David says or asks, does presenting as human involve being transparent and honest about making mistakes? That's an interesting question. What do you think?
I think it's our unfair advantage, especially with AI.
Yeah,
AI is a machine learning program that is very exacting, and it makes a mistake only because it's not what we're getting. That's not a result we want. The machine doesn't know it's making a mistake. We, by making mistakes, by having mishaps and being messy, is the root of invention and creation. The Wright brothers just didn't wake up one morning and
right.
say, we're going to fly. It was many, many decades of people thinking about robotics and flying and aviation that led to that moment. And it was a lot of mistakes. Science is all about mistakes and taking crapshoots. We have to keep trying. That is humanness. So please, yes, be transparent in your experience, because the mistakes are the story. What is not more emotional in business than failing and losing a client,
Right.
winning a client, losing money, gaining money? All those things are very emotional,
Mhm.
very human instances. And it's part of, again, a business is about people. It's not a brick building.
I want to offer a personal perspective. So many years ago, when we lived in Minnesota, I had the 3M company as a client. And what's the 3M company all about? It's about things blowing up in the lab, letting it cool, scraping it off the walls, and saying, hmm, this looks interesting. I'm wondering if I can do something with it.
Yeah.
Now, I mention this because I can share with you that the then ethos in 3M was to celebrate the blowups and to celebrate the scientists who were in the lab and had the bravery to push the limits to see what would happen.
Dan, could I just add something? You mentioned
Sure.
3M, and one of the biggest failures, mistakes, was when they were trying to develop a strong adhesive glue. And I believe the weakness of the glue, it didn't quite adhere,
Right.
which mistakenly led to Post-its.
That is absolutely correct. So the story, as I remember, and it's a little mangled because it's a long time ago, was that the person who was involved in that, um, on weekends, he would go to his Lutheran church and sing in the choir. And he took that adhesive and he put it on the notes on the top, and he wrote little notes in his hymnal as to where to come in, what words to emphasize, and so forth. And he took that experience back to corporate, and the rest is history.
If this person had stayed in their lane and just worked on adhesive
Yeah,
and didn't bring this concept to the team or
right,
his bosses, could we have missed an opportunity? That person took the stance to stand up, to be transparent, to share an idea, to be expressive about something he experienced personally into the
right.
work realm. And again, as you said, the rest is history. So what opportunities are we missing by only having, limiting ourselves to certain dialogues in the office, on screen, and not?